What's up, insiders? Deuces Jack, back with another review. We're going to be talking about the CT1 by Next Mind. It's got a self-cleaning coil. What? Yeah, man. Watch the whole review. I'll show you how you clean the coil, then we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
Let's go over the pod itself first. There is some Next Mind branding. You see your draw hole over there. It does come with this neat twist-off cap. See that? That cap comes off. Okay, you put that on the side, and then, you see this thing right here? See that? See how that attaches? That's kind of cool. There's your fill port right there, and that's where you fill your e-juice. Once you're done, you plug it right up again, just like that, and you're ready to rock.
What I really like about this cap system part is that when you're not using the pod, you can plug this cap on, or you can buy some extra pods, right? Some extra tank parts, and you get this cap part with it, and you can carry some spare flavors in your pocket. That's kind of cool. It would have been neat if they included 2 pods. That would have been fantastic. That would have made this kit that much better.
This does have a 3.5 ml capacity. Here is the white version of the Next Mind. This is your fire button as well as your on and off button, but it is also draw activated. You can push the fire or you can use it to vape as well. But check it out. Nice looking mod. I wanted to show the white one. That's your LED right there. Okay. And you can see your coil plugs into there and your tank plugs into these little slots right here. Here's the one I've been using. I've been using the black one.
Check this little mod out, man. They did a nice job on it. They really did. You can see your liquid level right through there. That's kind of cool. I do wish it was a little lighter. That little button right there is for self-cleaning mode. Kind of cool. I'm going to show that to you in a second. There is your draw hole right there, all right? This is drawer-activated device. You draw right from there. It's got a nice, tight mouth-to-lung drawer.
5 clicks. You can see it flashes blue. Now it's on.
There is your micro USB port for charging right there. I wish they would have put it someplace else other than the bottom. They definitely had plenty of real estate. They could have put it anywhere else. But probably because of the shape, they weren't able to get it on the front of the mod. So I understand them putting it on the bottom. I just don't like it. I wanted to put the CT1 next to the most popular pods on the market. These are currently my 3 favorite. Here is the Orion, the DNA Go version, okay, from Lost Vape. This is the Smoke Nord, and this is the Smoke Novo. You can see, very similar in size to the Novo as far as the width and everything goes. Yeah, the CT1's a little bit more of an awkward shape, but it's a little bigger than the Novo. It's a little bit more bulbous. The Novo is more flat. When you put it next to the Nord, it's more in line with the Nord as far as height goes. Again, a little bit more bulbous, not as flat, but also it doesn't feel as thick in the hand as the Nord does. And when you put it next to the Orion, it's definitely skinnier than the Orion, right? It's not as wide across, okay, but just as tall when you include the drip tip. Very, very close. It's just the Orion is wider across and slimmer this way. But, very, very similar type of size, not much of a difference.
Okay, now if you want to take the tank off, I suggest you turn it upside down just so you don't get any juice out. Hasn't happened yet, but, just to be safe, that's how I would take the tank off.
Here are the 2 coils that come in the kit. The one with the red O-ring is the 1 ohm coil. The one with the blue O-ring is the 1.2 ohm coil. The writing is right on top of the coil here. You cannot see it for shit. I literally had to put it under a magnifying glass to see which coil was which. Not that there's a big difference between the 2 of them. There isn't. They're both ceramic coils. But man, what a pain in the ass to actually see which one is which. So I do have to point that out. So here is the coil installed. You just screw it in like you would a regular coil. Now you put a few drops of Nic salt down there, maybe 3 or 4 drops. That's it. And that'll get the coil started. A nice feature this thing does have, though, is it has a self-cleaning feature. In order to go into self-cleaning mode, you turn the mod on, and you just hold the fire button until no vape comes out anymore. Now it is clean. That coil is ready for a new flavor. That's kind of cool. So that's it, folks. That's the whole system. Here are both of them put together so you can get a look at both of them in white and black.
Included in the kit, you get a pod, which is basically like a tank. You get a micro USB cable, and you get 2 coils.
All right, insiders, let's get into those cons and pros. Cons first. First con's going to be, thing needs a little bit of a primer puff before it gets started, but once it gets rolling, it's a nice vape. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. See that? First one, nothing came out, right? But then you're good after the first primer puff. Second con's going to be no adjustable airflow. That's a con. That short, stout, little bubbly look, that bulbous look, that might not be for everyone. That's a subjective con. And the last con's going to be, and I don't know why they did this, man, but it's very, very hard to see your juice level because they kind of frosted like the pod. I don't know why they didn't make it lighter and clearer. They did so much thinking on this mod. It's so well thought out that for them to drop the ball on you being able to see your juice level is kind of surprising. But that's it. That's it for the cons. Let's move on to the pros because there's a bunch of them. First pro is going to be, like I mentioned just before, it's a very well thought out kit. You could see somebody put a lot of energy and thought into this kit. Next pro is going to be the build quality on this. The build quality is really nice. It feels solid in the hand. It feels a little hefty for its size, but it's got some nice paint to it. And I just think overall the build quality on it is fantastic. That's a pro. 3.5 ml capacity. That's an awesome job. Pro. That self-cleaning mode is fantastic and it absolutely works. If you're going to be switching flavors, you just hold that button till that ceramic coil cleans itself and you're good to go for the next flavor, baby. As far as pod systems go, the flavor on this is actually very good. And the vape isn't that loud. In other words, it doesn't make a lot of vapor, so it's great for those ghosting situations. You'll get your flavor and your nick hit. Swappable coils on a pod. What can be bad about that? That's a pro. I like the fact that that little rubber plug stays attached. Yeah, I know. You may not think that's a big deal, but I think it's a big deal because those little plugs are easy to lose. So when companies do the little things like that, I gotta point it out. Draw or button activated. Satisfy both sides of the market. Why not? Pro. Good battery life, man. If I'm really vaping the hell out of this thing, I could get at least 3/4 of a day out of it. No problem at all. Coil longevity on this thing is just phenomenal. I've had this coil in here for about a month now, and it's been great, and I have no significant loss of flavor or vapor production. I'm using that self-cleaning mode, and it seems to work and prolong the life of the coil. This thing does absolutely fantastic with nic salts. I like that. That's a pro. Price point on this, $36. I think it's fair. You get 2 coils and a pod. I wish they would have included another pod just so I could carry another flavor around with me with that cap. I think that would have really completed the kit, but they didn't, but I'm sure you can buy them separately. And the last pro is going to be that small form factor and that light vapor production makes this a fantastic candidate for a ghosting setup in your arsenal. This thing measures in at 95 by 27 by 20 millimeters, has a 650 milliamp hour battery, 17 watts maximum output. It takes ceramic coils. You got an LED indicator. It comes in rainbow, red, blue, black, silver, white, and jet black. So let's talk about this one a little bit, insiders. What do I think about that self-cleaning mode? I already covered it already, man. I love it. I think this is a fantastic pod system. I love that self-cleaning mode. Definitely prolongs the life of your coils. I think Next Mind did a bang-up job on this pod system. Big shout out to Next Mind for handing this to me at the vape event in Brooklyn, and a big shout out to Direct Vapor for sending me one for review. Don't forget, insiders, check the link down below. Go over and join our new Facebook group, and you'll get a chance to win a $100 coupon at Vape Wild. Check out the link. That's all we got for you today, insiders. You keep living that vape life. We're out of here. Deuces. Today, we're going to go over the top 10 pod systems. Now, last year was the year of the pod, without a doubt. And I know I tested well